Well, hi, everybody. Ken Johnson here with you, and the weather pattern about the same as it has been over the last couple of days, and we're still seeing this is recording, by the way, is on a Tuesday evening here, and we're seeing this stalled frontal boundary across the southern parts of Texas. North of it is gloomy, just chilly with those temperatures, 40s, 30s, and some 50s here or there. To the south, it's nice and warm there across deep South Texas down into Mexico. Now, what I'm going to watch later tonight, this will be later Tuesday night into early Wednesday, is a storm center. It's not a really strong one, but there's a storm center that's currently moving across parts of the southwestern country here, part of the country. And as this moves east along the stalled frontal boundary, that's throwing a little wave of precipitation eastward. But it's also, as it moves on by, it's going to grab this cold front to the north and pull that cold air to the south. So while we've been cold, we've been gloomy over the last, seems like the last week down across a good part of the central and southern United States. This may help to clear the skies for at least a little bit, but it's not going to warm us up any. It's going to be really cold as we head into the latter part of the day on Wednesday, into Wednesday night, Thursday, before we see a rise in temperatures maybe as we head towards Friday. But it's a really active weather pattern. There's more fronts in the way. More on that in a moment here. Look at all that just yucky weather here. Cloud. There's been quite a bit of rain across East Texas, the Gulf Coast states today. And then here's our storm center we're watching that's moving currently through Arizona and New Mexico. Not much to it. And bringing some snow to the higher elevations, but as this moves eastward here, I look for a little wave of showers to break out and move across North Texas and Oklahoma in the middle of the night. We're talking about after midnight tonight into around the 4 or 5 a.m. time frame on Wednesday. And again, once the rain ends, this front comes in on the back side of that system. It's going to turn pretty chilly. Now, if we look at the radar across the region, there's not a whole lot going on. The rain is over here in southeast, east central Texas here. But if we go back to the west, you can almost see some little something developing there. That's kind of the leading edge of that system. And we might see at least evening drizzle or some fog maybe over here in the parts of Texas and southern Oklahoma. But later tonight, as that system kicks out, we'll see this band of showers and maybe even some thunder showers moving across the region here. I don't think that the temperatures are going to be cold enough for us to worry about ice across northwest Texas and most of southern Oklahoma. But if you jump up to the north, I'm talking about from Childress, Texas, just north of Altus into the Oklahoma City area, there could be some light freezing rain up this way that might create some slick spots on those bridges and overpasses. So if you have to travel north, you could encounter that. Further to the south, there's some showers and maybe some heavier showers across some parts of the region here. Now, this system moves on by, and most of Wednesday, the precipitation is out of here, but there it is, the blustery conditions on the backside of that with that cold front pushing on through. And it looks like as we get into the afternoon, the temperatures are going to start taking a nosedive across a good part of Texas, or at least North Texas into Oklahoma. And did you get up here into parts of the Midwest here? Going to be some snow over there in places like Missouri and into Illinois, those areas, but well to the east of us. If you check out the future tracker, it is going to show this little band. There it is. Right around 11:30 midnight, some showers, and where you see the purple, that would indicate where temperatures might be cold enough for a little light freezing rain. And you might even see that there just north of Altus, Oklahoma, up towards Hollis, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma City there. And then some showers, especially the southern parts of Texoma here. Could be some heavier downpours in those areas. You can see the wintry stuff stays north of us here. But again, Oklahoma City up to Wichita, Kansas, could be some wintry trouble up that way, travel trouble spots. And then as we head into tomorrow, most of that gets out of the way. And again, you see those blustery conditions on the backside. So it's an active weather pattern. Remember, I'm telling you that just a moment ago. Real active. So let's get into that part of the forecast. We got the Polar Vortex. It's going to be super active. It's dislodged from the Arctic regions where it normally is. And once that happens, you usually start seeing the cold air pour in. And the weather pattern is blocked up and it's stuck. So this cold pattern is going to be here sitting for quite some time. And if you look at Wednesday's front, this is the one pushing through on Wednesday. And remember, you got this circulation up here. We may see a bump upwards in temperatures across the southern U.S. Friday, but here comes another front on Saturday, and that will knock the temperatures back down. Pretty cold Saturday afternoon and into Sunday. And then as we get towards Tuesday, February the 18th, this might be the strongest front of all. Another blast drops on through, and it looks really cold perhaps middle parts of next week. Now, the big question is, will we get wintry precipitation? Too early to say, but I'll show you what some of the weather information is showing just for the fun of it here in a moment. But look at Friday. Let's start on Valentine's Day. Actually windy and warmer, so not a bad-looking Valentine's Day. But here we go, Saturday. We're getting into late Friday night, early Saturday morning. There's your next front. Out ahead of it, we see some 50s here, but back behind it, temperatures once again cold and blustery conditions late Saturday, Sunday, maybe even into a part of the day on Monday. We'll see what happens here. It does show a bit of a bump upwards in temperatures Monday. So that's kind of the way the pattern is right now. You'll see a couple days of cold weather, a little push up in temperatures. Remember, once you get into mid-February, we're not that far away from the spring season here. So you do try to see a bit of a rise in temperatures. And if you've been watching me, I've been talking about battle zone, tug-of-war weather, and that's what you get right here this time of the year. And it can lead to a lot of ups and downs in temperatures. It can also lead to wintry precipitation and strong thunderstorms. Now, you got to watch this area here on Monday, February the 17th. Little storm center up here into Colorado here. And then watch what happens. Boom, there comes your next front late Monday night and into Tuesday, and then there you go, the cold air flowing to the south. Both the GFS and the European computer model is locked in on this. Of course, this is still better than a week away, and lots can change. But this is indicating perhaps maybe the coldest weather that we've seen across the area. Maybe we had a big cold snap back in January, but this could be kind of comparable to that as well. And it's going to stick around for a little bit. Look at some of these temperatures up here towards Kansas City, Missouri, and Tulsa, Oklahoma below zero. They're 4 in Oklahoma City. Those are actual air temperatures being forecasted by the computer model. Now let's talk about any chances for precipitation. Again, once we get on out long range here, it's just more just showing it for the fun of it here. There's our winter storm, though, on Wednesday, shifting on out of here. Thursday, pretty quiet. Friday, pretty quiet. Next little blast of cold air arrives on Saturday. They're mostly looking at some light wintry precipitation to the north. Could be some thunderstorms across the Gulf Coast states with that. Remember, again, springtime trying to take over in the southern U.S. This is kind of the very beginning parts of the spring severe weather season. Late February, it kind of starts along the Gulf Coast and then slowly spreads north and westward as you get deeper into the spring season. So let's put this into motion here for you. Pretty quiet into Sunday, not a whole lot going on Monday, but watch this. So there's that chunk of cold air dropping to the south next Tuesday. And this shows a scenario where you'd get some wintry precipitation with that cold air behind it there on Tuesday, maybe into early Wednesday. Of course, this weather pattern would favor it mostly to the east of us, but it's a long way out there, and there's plenty of time to watch it, and we'll kind of just wait and see what happens. I think bottom line is weather pattern looks active with at least cold fronts for now. Not a lot in the way of precipitation, some, but at least it looks active in terms of cold fronts with several waves or several blasts of cold air headed to the south, and maybe the coldest perhaps maybe towards the middle of next week. And oftentimes you'll see this in the month of February here, especially mid-February, but this is kind of usually the last kind of blast of it. Sometimes you'll get some around spring break as well, but in general you begin to see the patterns start to shift a little bit as we get into March. So that's going to be welcome. Pretty cold weather this winter across a good part of the middle and southern part of the country. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to my social media pages. And once again, my name is Ken Johnson, and thanks for watching.